Hello everyone, this is Nala, also known as Matthew Prime, and I'm back with another video. About time, isn't it, huh? For today, actually give me 1 second. I'm gonna lower this a little bit more. There we go. I'll raise it back up after we go down. I'm on a Tribble server, and the only way I'm able to do that is on Hans's account. He gave it to me after he telling me he wanted to leave the game and not leave this account idle. He didn't want to waste the money he spent on it, so he gave it to me. I am so glad that he did, because I got a sneak peek at the new DS9, and they did pretty freaking well with it. I think they did change the scale of... Actually, I don't think they did. No, they didn't change the scale of the exterior yet. I don't think they're going to touch that, but I always check players. Anyway, when you try to dock a DS9, you have two options. You can either beam onto DS9, which beams you like the old way, like you have right now in the holodeck, or you can dock at DS9. Now I'm just gonna dock, since you guys know what the beam onto DS9 basically is. So we'll dock, and I'll give you a little tour of the new DS9. I'm still recovering from a cold. It's still here. So anyway, and here we are. And when you dock, as you can see, you get to walk out of an airlock. And now, keep in mind, there are many airlocks around the map like this, but if you try to go all the way back into the back of the airlock, you end up going to a turbo lift here that you don't have any interaction to. Now, this is a work in progress, so that might change. And obviously, the textures need to be a little bit updated, maybe. To me, it looks a little bit underdone, the textures, but as you can see, it's really freaking good. They really did an awesome job. Now Garrick's shop is here, as you can see, and Monique is still here running his shop. Obviously, he's gonna be back in the game soon. Well, not back in the game. He's coming to the game soon, but I don't think he'll be running his shop. But it'll be a nice little surprise, a little nostalgia, if he does end up in the shop. So it would be nice if we could actually buy outfits from here, like not the C-store outfits, like maybe some new outfits designs that they can put in or something that'll be exclusive to Garrick's shop. I would love that. Would love that. There's the Klingons over here, like they used to. The devices here, they're still here. The kits. Now the Omega location on the old DS9, it is gone on the new one. Sorry. Yeah, it is gone on the new map, and it actually makes sense for that, because they wanted to make it as show accurate as possible, and they have done it. They have freaking done it. Now, the mail consoles are all around the promenade. They're not at a specific area this time, so you gotta run around the promenade to find one. Here's another merchant that is shady, and as you can see, I don't know what they were thinking to put that in. They'll probably remove that come launch. And there's a random crate. I'm thinking that's a shipping crate or something. I'm not sure. As you can see, nice monitors on the pillars. And here's a one of the turbo lifts to ops or upper level. Now, ops has not been touched yet. Haven't had the time to touch ops, but I'm thinking they've said they would like to work on it later on. Now, do you notice something different here? No big green door, no big gold door, no loading screen when you go into Quarks. That is right. You can either walk through the door or jump over the bar part here, in between the. As obviously you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go through the door here because I'm just like that. Here's Quark. Now, the voiceovers for him aren't in yet, obviously. So he's got Hadron's voiceovers.
Need something, friend?
Yeah. Yep, that clip you just heard plays every few minutes, or sometimes when... Actually, it plays every few minutes. As far as I know. I've actually walked up to Quarks and heard it playing, and I originally thought that it played every time you walked up to it, but I think it's just at a specific every few minutes or something. Now there are still 3 levels of Quarks, but they are much smaller. As you can see, they are much smaller and more inaccurate. It's 50% more than the actual size, otherwise it would be cramped as hell. So, which is fine. I'm just glad they actually made it more realistic. And one other thing for us role players. About time, Cryptic. It's about time that you've introduced the click to sit chairs in Quarks. I've been, every time I'm in Quarks, I screw around with it. I'm always trying to get the right spot on the chair, and now I can just click to sit easily. So, now, as you can see on the interactions menu here, you can move up to the 2nd or 3rd floor just by one click, but I am going to show a different way. Yep, you can walk up all the way up. Yep. Navigation is a little under par, Captain. Anyway, the 3rd floor is, of course, as always, the darkest place of the bar. So you can, like, watch everybody from above, you know? Like certain players I know that do that. Including myself, I do that sometimes. If I don't feel like being sociable. Anyway, let's go down to the 2nd floor, because you can already see what I'm about to show you. I'll click the 2nd floor here. There we go. Now, every time you look at it from a distance, it is very bright over here. I do not know why. Yes, this is lighting 2.0, so... Here's the Orion bartender that's always on the 2nd floor. As you can see, it's in nice detail. I have bloom off, so that is why it looks weird. If it does. I mean, I have bloom off because it's a little bit much for me with lighting 2.0 on, so. There's another turbo lift. Let's run around a little bit. There are stairs throughout the promenade. Now, Raquel tried to claim that there were no stairs in the promenade. This is untrue. You can see Jake and Nog run up the stairs in the promenade a few times during the series. I had a little discussion with her on Facebook on my Nala account. So let's go over here. There's a little. This does nothing at all, but this is, I think, show accurate. Sorry, I had to burp there. Anyway, let's continue running around. I kept seeing Nog sitting here, Captain Nog sitting on the edge of the promenade thing. I don't know if that's exclusive to a developer server, or if they actually put it in here. So I'm gonna try and find him. He's like at one of these places. I'm not. I don't think they actually have him in the game in Tribble. Let me see. Nope. I've been running around. Nope. Nope. He's not here. But if you look at the sorry. Look at recent blog posts, you'll see that he's actually, I think they have an image of him sitting on the promenade like he used to when he was a child, and that's actually a nice touch. That would be a nice touch if us players would see him sitting here. That would be nice. And yes, all the chairs here are click to sit, as far as I can see. Let me jump off here and check the replomat. Let me go the other direction. We still have a few. Oh, you know what's hiding here? Right across from Quark's, conveniently. Yep, the infirmary. Unfortunately, well, we can actually roleplay this. Kind of like there have been incidents in Quark's in the roleplay zone where people get injured and end up going to their ships and being treated or whatever. Now we can just go to the infirmary, like we were supposed to for the last 8 years. It's about time, Cryptic. It's about time you did this. And yes, you can actually sit in the other chairs here. It looks pretty damn awesome. I have to admit it's pretty damn awesome what they've done. So yeah, that is the infirmary. Let's go to the Bajoran Temple. Now, yes, we know Quark. Anyway, as you guys, I was at Kel's party on Friday, and I said that the temple is actually smaller than it is now in the game, in the holodeck. They actually made it smaller. Here's what I mean by that. Here we go. You can see it's a little bit smaller, the corridor. And here we go. This is it. We can still have a party, technically. There is enough room for that. But a very small one, probably. But they did make it more show accurate. I've actually never noticed that. Ceiling chandelier. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Chandelier. That's actually kind of nice that they included that. Here's the orb in its proper thing. Now let's see. We'll get out of here, and I already showed you Quarks. Here's a dancing Klingon. Now, this is actually supposed to be the Klingon stand in the promenade from the series. I don't know why he's dancing. They in the stream they were like laughing it off. I got no idea. But here's a stand where you can buy a bunch of Klingon food, including blood wine, which is actually a pretty good thing to know. So when this goes live, hopefully this will still be here. We can all buy a bunch of blood wine. I know a character that a friend of mine plays that would love that. I can't wait to see that reaction. Now there's a Romulan ambassador. And here's a place that we got a sneak peek of at the recent featured episode. The security office. That is Officer Rosina. I'm expecting that to be like Ro Lauren's daughter, probably. There's a security officer. Yep, this is where they are now. There's a Monarch Ensign, which I don't know what the frick that is. There's a Marine. There's Pag. Pag, huh? I wonder what they're gonna do with him. Since he actually has a name, I'm assuming that he's gonna be used in one of the new Ds9 missions, which would be nice. Here's the replomat. Again, click to sit chairs. click the chairs, and the replicators actually look like the show. And there's the trader as always. I think there were 2 replicants, I'm not sure. An empty room here. I don't know what exactly this is supposed to be. And here's a shipyard. Much smaller. I don't know what that red is. Oh, that's probably, it's that. It's that. It's reflecting. Somehow it's reflecting off of this. Yeah. Anyway. You can see it's all of the you can actually repair your ships via console. Same thing with selecting your ship, which is kind of more realistic in my opinion. And now the exchange and the bank, I think. Yep. So the bank and exchange are located here. Now the blue, in the stream, the last live stream they had that interviewed, that review, that toured the DS9. This is actually, the blue is supposed to be the accuracy, the accurate part of it. But, like it's supposed to be that small. But they didn't because a lot of people will be crammed in and it wouldn't work well. Which is understandable. And here is an empty booth here, and it looks like an empty cage to me. Like, the heck, you know. Here's another airlock. They're all the exact same, by the way. All the airlocks are the same. So I'm not gonna bother going to the back. Here's the armoring. Now, before I go, I don't know why they put those here. Because you cannot get those from either of these. It's a reputation thing. I believe this is the Let me check, actually. Let me check. Is it the Undyne? Yeah, it's the Undyne. That is the Undyne armor. I was right. And that's the Voth armor, yeah, Voth outfit from the low-buy store. Which I want to get that for Nulla eventually for mix and match purposes. Another Tribble up there. Here is the commodities area, which actually looks great. And this is supposed to be where the Jim Hadar location will be. Now this is supposed to be that good luck, bad luck device, the gambling where the gambling device came from. You guys remember that episode where he almost bankrupted Quark, and it got so bad that he suddenly got bad luck and all that, and Quark ended up triumphing. Yeah, if you remember that or not, it was affecting the whole station. People were getting bad luck and good luck out of nowhere, and hopefully you understand. Now here's the second replicant. Seating area, basically. No replicators. And here is they added this. The Junja stick booth. They said people were asking it for that, so, which is good. It's actually a good thing that they added that. Is that, no, that looks like Kurland, but it says Forge Contact. Interesting. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. Right here, apparently. But I cannot go in it. Maybe they'll add it soon. So yeah, that is basically the Deep Space Nine. Nothing else yet. As far as I'm aware, we cannot go to Gamma Quadrant just yet. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a look at it, and I cannot wait for when this map comes out to holodeck. I cannot wait till June, because I am going to be so happy. A lot of people will be. So, I don't know why this podium is here. Or stadium, whatever it's called. I have no idea. But yeah, it looks very well done. And I hope that one day they do ops and complete the whole thing. So that will be my video for today. I will review the Discovery Klingon ship when I have time. So take care, everybody.